Hello everyone, VJ 32 back again with a look at this week's mail. And first of all, I apologize about last week's video. For some reason I recorded things separately in a couple of different parts, and the last part for some reason got screwed up. Anyways, this week for decks, first of all, and there's not too much, but first of all I got a Bicycle Wednesday deck, which I got on eBay. It's the one place to really find it. It's from a Japanese producer, and it's pretty cool. It's based on the Wednesday show with Wednesday Addams, which I just watched binge the other day. It's a pretty cool show. Then I got a package from Dan and Dave, which came with a Art of Play sticker, because I don't have 13,000 of those already. And the decks I got, first of all, is the 15th anniversary Denim Smoke and Mirrors deck. They have just released, as of yesterday, Black Friday, the Woo's deck. And I also got the latest Smoke and Mirrors, the green edition, the V9 green. They also just released an orange version a couple weeks ago, a week ago I guess it was. So stay tuned for those. If you saw my video about my collection, Smoke and Mirrors I do plan on continuing with. Then I got something here from Kickstarter. It is from Emmanuel Voltiera. It is his Aztec Tarot deck, which is it's very beautiful. It's a very nice box, nice cards. Comes with a magnetic opening box, art on the inside, and a book all about reading the cards. You can find out more about the cards in a few weeks when I do the review. And alongside that, I also got this game, Loteria, which is basically, it's Spanish for lottery. It's basically the Mexican version of bingo. It did not come with the bingo boards though, which is unfortunate. And then I got a couple of games. Now first of all, let's go over what games I got last week, since I didn't get to show you them. The first one is one I got on Amazon. It's from Blue Wasatch Games. These guys right here. And it is Clash of the Cards, which is a bit of a set collection / battling card game. At least I think these are the ones I got last week. I know some of them are. And yeah, it's just a game where you're going to be trying to collect sets of cards, sets of 4 of the same kind. And there's going to be battles where you can perhaps win some cards. And then I got a couple of games from Seal Mill Games in New Zealand, I believe it is. They're both from Cheeky Parrot Games. The first one is an older game that came out a few years ago called Flipology, which is all about animals and nature. And each player is going to have a row of cards in front of them. But you're going to get the cards, look at them, and you're going to lay them out however you want, face down. Then, on your turn, you will flip a card over. And it's going to have an action. Maybe flip over a different card, maybe peek at a card, and you go around the table doing this a few rounds, and then you're going to score the points for all the cards that you have face up, and perhaps some of the ones that you have face down, you might lose some points. It's a simple little game. There's a variant as well, just family-friendly fun. And the other one I got is their newest release called Ulterior Design, which is all about interior design. I will point out that she kind of looks like a chick from Board Game Geek. And she definitely looks like Nikki P from Board Game Geek. I'm not sure if that's a coincidence, if that's intentional. I'm just saying, it's uncanny. Basically, you're competing with the other players for an interior design contest to win rewards. You're going to have some cards in the middle of the table. That's going to be the, what's it going to call it? The trending design. It might have some lamps or some paintings or some plants, and you're going to try to match what the trending design is if you can, or you can change the trending design with one of the cards in your hand, or you can change one of your opponent's designs with one of your cards. There's a little bit of take that. And yeah, whoever gets the most award, or gets like 4 awards first, I think it is, wins the game. You have an event deck that you will flip over from time to time. Every turn, a person will flip over an event card. That event card might be nothing, or it might be a judge coming to judge cards based on what the trending design is at the time. And each judge is looking at a different thing. One is looking at plants, one is looking at paintings, one is looking at lamps or lighting, and one looks at everything. So, yeah, it's kind of an interesting game, kind of cool game. And then the last one I got, this one is from Bombex. I got this at Board Game Bliss, and it is Nar. Nar is Scandinavian for ship, and it's kind of an engine building, set collecting game. We're using different cards to build an engine and get points and stuff like that and move around this track, scoring points. Pretty cool game. There is a North American release coming, I think, from 25th Century Games. I don't really recall for sure, but this is more of an international release that I got. And then, speaking of international release games, I got a couple of games this week. Those 4 games were last week. This week, it was just a few decks, and the Tarot, and the Loteria. And these 2 games, which I got from a guy on Board Game Geek. And they're both from China, or Japan, I guess actually they're from Japan. From Saucy, designed by Saucy, and put out by his own, I guess, production company. And the first one is Before the Guests Arrive. And what you're trying to do is score points by collecting different characters. There's a mom, a dad, grandpa, grandma, brother and sister, and there's a young child as well. Each one can clean up 1 or 2 items of specific nature, specific colors. And you're just trying to collect those cards for points. You can see that they have different stars on them. The stars represent how many points you get for those. 2 stars, 3 stars, 4 star, 5 star, etc. And yeah, whoever has the most points after a few rounds or whatever it is wins the game. The other one I got is kind of similar, but it's a little bit different. It's called In Front of the Elevators. Again, it features the same kind of characters: grandpa, grandma, mother, father, brother, sister, and a child. And in this one, you're playing cards in front of 3 different elevators. And after everyone has played cards, whoever is the first 3 or 4 in front of the elevator are going to score points. Each player is going to be controlling a different color. Maybe I have blue, somebody else has green, another person has red. And then there's going to be 1 random color that's not going to be controlled by anyone. And you're going to get a hand of cards, and you're going to be playing these cards, and you're going to have different colors. You're always going to be drawing back up as well. And the cards certain cards will let you skip in front of another person. Like, for instance, I think the sister cuts in front of the brother, and the father cuts in front of the mother, perhaps. Or the grandma, I should say. I think that's how it works. I don't recall exactly which ones. I know certain characters jump in front of other characters, which can allow you to either move your character towards the front of the line to get on the elevator, or bump one of your opponent's characters back down the line. There's also the small child, the lost child. If you play that, it's going to take a card of the same color and move it back to where that child is. They've been reunited. Also, if you end up playing 3 cards of the same character, like 3 grandmas, for instance, in the same elevator line, they will all just take off to go play bingo or something. And it's the same if it's 3 fathers or 3 girls. They all just take off and are out of the game. And again, once all the cards have been played, you're going to look at the cards and score points. You're going to play 3 rounds. There's 3 different sets of elevators for each round. It's a pretty cool little game. Now, they're a little bit pricey because they are from Asia. The Asian releases are a little bit harder to come by, a little bit harder to find, a little bit pricier. But I did search out the best deal I could find. So that is it for this week. Comment, like, subscribe. Let me know what you think. We'll see you next time. More. Thanks for watching.